I had seborrheic dermatitis for years, and today I am happy to share that it is finally under control. How did I achieve that? Well, by following a precise rotation of clinically validated shampoos rather than constantly switching products. In today's episode of my seborrheic dermatitis series, I am sharing the exact list of shampoos that can work excellent for any seborrheic dermatitis affected scalp. So, seborrheic dermatitis is a long term scalp condition. It usually happens because of yeast overgrowth, fast skin shedding, and a weak scalp barrier. Unfortunately, many people keep switching shampoos to fix it, but that thing only helps for a very short time. Trust me, without a clear plan, the scalp barrier becomes weaker and flare ups come back even worse. That's why to manage seborrheic dermatitis properly, you need two phases. First, you should treat the flare, and second, you repair and maintain the scalp so the problem doesn't return. So let's talk about phase 1, which is the treatment. This phase controls inflammation, excess oil, and the yeast causing the issue. During a flare up, medicated shampoos should be used 3 times per week. When things get better, like the flare ups calm down, you can use them 1 to 2 times weekly for prevention. Personally, I love ketoconazole and selenium sulfide shampoos because I feel like they work best together because they directly target Malassezia yeast. I used Nizoral shampoo, which has ketoconazole as my main shampoo, because I found that ketoconazole is more research backed, and guys, it works excellent. But here's the thing, to make ketoconazole work for you, you must let it sit on your scalp for at least 5 minutes and then you should wash it, not before that. With Nizoral, I also combined Head and Shoulder Itch Relief Shampoo, the one that specifically has selenium sulfide. Now you might ask me why you are using 2 antifungal shampoos. Well, I found that the combo works better as not all antifungal works the same way. Besides that, when thick flakes stuck to my scalp, which is a very common thing in seborrheic dermatitis, I brought in salicylic acid based shampoos. Now, if you search in Google, you will find a lot of shampoos that have salicylic acid, but please be mindful and choose the gentlest one. Do not go for the 2% one because those are really harsh and can irritate your scalp more. Because it exfoliates and removes buildup, so the antifungal shampoo can actually reach the scalp. A lot of time it happens that when your flare up is constant, you get a very thick flake on your scalp. That's why the shampoo cannot penetrate and work better. When I combined the Nizoral, the selenium sulfide with a salicylic acid based shampoo, with this routine, the flare up finally started to calm down. But we are not done yet. Here's the mistake most people make. They rely only on treatment shampoos. Once the flakes improve, only using strong medicated shampoos can dry and damage the scalp. And yes, my friends, that leads straight to another flare up. That's why you have to focus on phase 2, which is the maintenance phase after your flare ups calm down. This phase rebuilds moisture, supports the microbiome, and keeps the scalp stable. After the flare-ups, my scalp felt sensitive, so what I did, I used a colloidal oatmeal soothing shampoo like Aveeno Skin Relief. I found that super soothing, super gentle, and it reduced my itch, kept my scalp comfortable, and made my hair softer again. Besides Aveeno Skin Relief, I also added L'Oreal Evapure Moisture Shampoo because healthy strands matter too. I also found that the L'Oreal Hyaluronic range is pretty good for seborrheic dermatitis scalp and the hair because it's very hydrating. It has hyaluronic acid. Moral of the story, you should focus on your hair strands as well when you are calming down the scalp because a damaged scalp doesn't need dry, frizzy hair, adding stress. Once everything stabilized, I switched to 1 medicated wash per week and hydrating or soothing shampoos on other days. I also exfoliated with salicylic acid once in a week because exfoliation for your scalp is important as well. After I followed this routine, the constant flare-ups finally stopped. When you have seborrheic dermatitis, you actually need a plan, not a strong treatment product, because a plan helps to calm down the flare-up and balance the oil on your scalp as well. So that was it. These were the shampoos you can use if you have seborrheic dermatitis. These shampoos helped me and I'm sure these will help you too. In the next episode, I'll talk about foods that can make seborrheic dermatitis on your scalp worse. So yeah, don't miss it.